Hey, good morning everyone. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. My name is Jeff Tam and I am in Seoul, Korea. I've been here for the last 7 days and we've been exploring so many of the historic sites, eating so much of the good food that the city has to offer. Today, we're actually renting a car and making our way towards the city of Daejeon, and we're going to be stopping at what I've been told is the most beautiful botanical garden in the world called Hwadam Botanical Garden, and sharing that with you in this video. So if you're planning to come to Korea and you want to see what lies beyond the city of Seoul, come along and stick with me until the very end. So we just got to Hwadam Forest, which is the Botanic Garden. We are actually at the Station 1, but they're completely sold out of monorail tickets, so we actually need to walk to Station 2. Hope to catch some nice scenery. It's a little bit cloudy and foggy today, but you can see the trees are already starting to change colors as part of the autumn season here in Korea. So very excited to kind of get some breathtaking views. Let's go check it out. Come on. All right, so we're making our way to Station 1. We're gonna walk to Station 2, buy a couple monorail tickets, and hope to capture as much as we can in the short amount of time we have. Ooh, so pretty. Look at that tree, babe. So at Hwadam Botanical Garden, there are 16 different stations. It's quite huge. Now, depending on your energy levels, you can just go to Station 1 and it's quite pretty already, but we're gonna try to get through as many of them as we can. Very, very pretty. Word of advice, try to get tickets at monorail Station 1. So we came here with a stroller because we have a little one, so unfortunately, we have to go up the ramps. So it's a little bit more walking. But if you're flying solo, or you guys don't have strollers, or items are inconvenient, you can take faster walkways, which are little steps along the way that give you kind of a shortcut to the next stage. Now, it's an assumption I'm making. I do think a lot of local Koreans come here for vacation and holiday. I'm sure there's many foreigners and tourists alike like myself here, but most of the people I'm hearing in terms of language are speaking Korean. That's not to say they're not from a different country, but given where it's at, the vicinity and the distance from Seoul, my assumption is that many locals come here to check this place out. And it's definitely worth seeing. Definitely very picturesque here. Lots to see. So many different trees and brush. It's just very peaceful in any ways. I mean, sure, there's a lot of tourists here today, but man, you find a lot of peace. It's definitely, if you want to get away from the hustle and bustle of Seoul or any major city when you're visiting Korea, this is definitely a must-stop visit, in my opinion. I think what's interesting about this place is the further you walk, you're seeing different types of trees and brush and plants. So right here in the back of me, there's actually some purplish pink plants. I don't know what they're called, but you know, we tried seeing those in Seoul, but they were actually already dead by the time we made our way out to that site in Seoul where you can see it. So it's still alive here and blooming in Hwadam Garden. So yeah, pretty cool place, man. You're definitely gonna get a lot of steps in though, so make sure you're able and healthy, go at your own pace. My guess is if you take your path all the way through 16 stations, you could probably get 20 or 30,000 steps in. So I'm not looking to do that though. We just made it to Station 2. We're gonna try to get tickets to head up the monorail. A little bit of a line ahead of us, but hopefully they don't sell out. All right, so we just got our tickets to monorail Station 3 from Station 2, and from there it's a 50-minute walk down the rest of the Botanical Garden down to the exit. We're just catching a breather right now. The train doesn't come for another 10 minutes. The tickets itself cost about 14,000 won total. It's 5,000 per adult, 4,000 won per child, so about $10 US with the current exchange rate. And so yeah, just catching some breather. There's a lot to see so far still. It's been a really good experience. Man, this place is absolutely spectacular. I've never seen any botanical garden like this in the world. I haven't seen that many, but I've been to the Singapore botanical gardens, other gardens in Singapore like Gardens by the Bay, but this does not compare to what you see here. This is like huge, huge. Like the entire forest is one giant botanical garden. I don't know if it's all natural or if they like designed this and strategically placed plants and trees and flowers the way they are, but it blows your mind. See all kinds of beautiful bonsai trees, which are some of my most favorite miniature trees in the world. Now, supposedly we are early for the full autumn foliage change. Our taxi driver that took us to the rent-a-car place was actually telling us to go up north because he said this area doesn't have the leaves changing yet. But in fact, when we came here on our own, we actually realized that it's just as beautiful, right? So you can see the foliage changing in many of the trees. But it really depends on the time of year when you're visiting Korea, because I believe there's no set schedule. It just depends on weathering, and they do have some calendars that they publish online that try to estimate exactly when is the best time to visit a specific region within the country. But yeah, I can't complain. This is beautiful. So this place actually has a lot of tables nearby, right? So, I mean, depending how much time you have, you can actually make a little miniature vacation out of it, in my opinion, right? So you can bring food, have picnics, right? So you're just kind of pacing yourself, not rushing yourself to get through the entire botanical gardens, and actually soak it all in and enjoy this picturesque and really tranquil environment that this place has to offer. All right guys, so we are gonna wrap up this part of our video. There's a lot more to see here, and the videos obviously do a little bit of a justice, but you really gotta come here yourself and check it out. If you like taking pictures in these types of environments, you're like a kid at a candy shop. Everywhere you go, you just don't wanna pass it up, right? You're gonna have some FOMO, fear of missing out. So be prepared to come, give yourself ample time. I've been blown away. This place is absolutely amazing. All right, so we just made it back to the car. We are gonna make the road trip about 2.5 hours to Daejeon City, where we're gonna be checking into the hotel for the rest of the night. I hope you enjoyed this part of the video. If you did, do me a favor and click the like button, and just, it really helps out the channel, helps grow the channel, right? So if you do plan to come to Korea and you have extra time to spare, you wanna get away from the city, make a trip out here. This place is called Hwadam Botanical Garden. I'll put a link to the location in the description below. We'll see you in the next video, all right? We're gonna make the road trip down south to the hotel now.